Questions for Coach?
What were some of your biggest takeaways after getting a chance to look back on that game?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had really good activity defensively. I thought our hands were great. We had a lot of deflections, and that led to some turnovers. Now we've got to convert the other end. I did not think we took advantage anytime we had numbers, getting our shot blocked in transition or playing out of control. So that was a big thing we worked on today is getting more under control, finding a way to play off 2 feet, making the right play and slowing down. I just really thought we pressed in the paint, and that's what led to missing a lot of easy ones. And we had some good spray out threes. We want to continue to take those. They weren't falling for us the other day, but our defense won us that game. We found a way to stay competitive, especially that first half where we shot 25% and went into the locker room with the lead, extended it out. And again, I know I've talked about this at length, but we got to find a way to put a team away when we have them down. And, hopefully our guys get that sooner than later. Got another good team coming in here that was right there with Creighton all the way up until about the 3-minute mark. And, Creighton went on a run and Creighton extended it. So this team is fast. They're well coached, and they've got a lot of guys that can put the ball in the basket.
Evaluating it this early in the season, is there a balance you have to strike between addressing what needs to be addressed and not overreacting to what you see in a couple games?
That's the best question you've asked in 3 years. That it is, because you think, are we doing the right thing? And, do you have a knee-jerk reaction and throw everything out the window and change? And believe me, if you see these big dark circles under my eyes, it's because I was literally up all night thinking about that exact question on what do we do? Do we put in a new system? Do we stick with what we've been doing and just do it better? A lot of it was just playing out of control, not so much the system. We just did not make the right play. And, I think Bryce and Raleigh combined at 11 turnovers. That can't happen. We have to take that better care. Now, Raleigh had one that was kicked, and, he had 2 travels one was on an outlet, one coming to a jump stop in the paint. So, but, travels on the wing, footwork, all those little things that led to turnovers that kept them in the game. So, yes, there's a lot of things that we're going through right now, and just figuring out what the best system is for this group. We don't have Rink out there that can make plays. We don't have Derek out there that can make plays. BK has shown some ability to do that, but we just have to be more consistent with it. And, again, we've had stretches in all the games we've played so far this season where we played really good, and we just need to be more consistent across the board.
That being said, you're getting good looks. Do you just kind of have guys shoot through the cold shooting that's happened so far, or do you?
Well, that was a big. We shot 1 million shots in practice today, and I took that rim down and showed them how big it was with being able to fit 2 balls in the rim, and just hopefully get that mental block of, it is. Believe me, I've been through a lot of highs and lows, ups and downs when I was in my playing career. Sometimes that thing looks like the ocean. Sometimes it looks like a little thimble up there. And for our guys the other night, you could just see they're a little tense when they went up to shoot it. Our guys are workers. They really do get in the gym and spend a lot of extra time getting up shots. Now it's got to carry over. You got to have that same confidence in when the lights turn on as you do when you're in the gym by yourself. And that's a big part of it right now. So, and listen, it takes a game, hopefully, where the guys see it go in the basket, and then hopefully they'll take off from there. But listen, I think I set a record one year with the Bulls. I missed my first 18 shots of the year, but law of averages, they usually come back, and then I started making shots, and but I'm telling you, when you're missing those shots, there's a lonely feeling. So you just got to find a way to stay engaged, keep doing it, trusting it, and hopefully they'll start going in soon.
I know you said maybe you didn't have the freshest legs Saturday. What's sort of the plan of attack with 2 games this week?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously had a lot of things that we need to address. So we went hard today. We competed, and we're going to need another good day tomorrow. We get 1 day off of the prep. We've had 3-day preps at least going into our first 2 games. Now we get a 2-day prep. So, the day off yesterday, and then we'll have 3 days leading into the game this weekend. But just, I need to make sure that they are fresh. But I thought we needed a tough physical week leading into the last game after what I saw in the opener. And it may have taken their legs a little bit, but I really didn't care. I wanted this to benefit us long term, and hopefully it will from all different perspectives. We've got to work on press offense late in the game. Did a good job getting the ball to Connor where he was able to make free throws, to keep the 2-possession lead. Got it to Bryce, another really good free throw shooter. So just, it's given us a chance to work on some things, and hopefully we'll benefit from that in the long run.
How would you emotionally from the past couple of games. And he said after the game, he saw some kind of shoulders drooping. Have you seen that response?
They're fine. I mean, these young kids, coaches take it a lot harder than they do. You think it bothers them more than it actually does, and then they show up and they're whistling and singing and all this stuff and joking around. It's just, it's I think this era of kids, they just they find a way to let it bounce off their back. Maybe that's got something to do with social media and all the crap that gets talked about them. And they've shown up. They have worked. I've been pleased with the response after a disappointing game. But as I said the other night after, it's always better to learn from a win. And we found a way to get it done, and now we got to grow from it. We got to get better.
What did you see yesterday from Fairleigh Dickinson against Creighton, and what kind of challenges?
Yeah, I saw teams. I promise you this: they're not backing down from anybody. They've played two really good teams so far in the preseason, and then they won their home game, by 40 or 50. And what they did early at Creighton, that's not easy to do. They jumped out to a double-digit lead right away, had a lead for a lot of that first half. And, as I said, they had a couple guys getting in foul trouble at the end of the half. And that's when Creighton really extended that lead. And I give Creighton a lot of credit for how they continued to keep their foot on the gas and kept that going in the second half. But this is a good team that, they can put the ball in the basket from a lot of different guys. They're shooting the three very well. When you look at their percentages, over 40%, and they've got a point guard that can get into the paint, and he's very dynamic with the ball. They run good stuff. They play with pace, and again, another good test for us.
Fred, what have you learned about your point guard play through the first week of the season?
Yeah, I mean, kind of a tale of two games, I guess. I thought Raleigh in the first one had complete control of that game. And then, unfortunately, in the second one, and we let things bother us. We didn't get the kick call, and I thought we let the refs, a couple missed calls bother us. You just got to play through that stuff. It doesn't matter what happens on the court. But I still have great confidence in both Raleigh and Aaron and Bryce when he brings the ball up the floor, that we've got good calming presence. Obviously, we can't have that many turnovers, and we got to start cutting that down, especially the unforced ones. Those are the ones that just eat away at your soul, is when you have those stupid unforced turnovers that just kill you. But, again, I'm very confident in that position with our guys. And again, we want to play with pace, but we got to start playing with smarter pace. We're as I've said, I mean, hell, I could say it over and over again. We're way too out of control in the last game.
How hard is non-conference scheduling now with the fact how early you have to do it and the way teams change? Like Texas Rio Grande, you got North Florida coming up. They get 37 AP poll right now.
Yeah.
Like, how much does that change just your approach to non-conference play when you don't know what you're getting, and then teams are often a lot better than them?
Yeah, you have no idea. And, that UT Rio Grande is a great example of that, with a new coach, and they brought in 12 new guys, and they can all play, and they all fit into that system very well with their analytical approach to the game. And North Florida's beat South Carolina, and then yesterday they go in and score 105 and beat Georgia Tech. So two good quality road wins against high major opponents. And again, this will all benefit us. You look at Murray State, our first opponent in Hawaii. They're on the list of top mid-major programs, and I know Steve Prohm does a great job with those teams. We'll play two other high-quality opponents in that tournament as well. So, yeah, we're playing good games, and these are all designed to help prepare us for league play. But, yeah, Robin, you have no idea when you schedule a game what your opponent's going to look like.
You're taking threes on about a third of your possessions. Is that about where you want this team?
The biggest thing is we always talk to our guys about taking what the defense gives us. In the first game, that was getting in the paint. It was getting to the free throw line. The second game, I thought we did a good job. We got 25 free throws, 26 free throws. And, obviously we were not converting from the three-point line. We had, I thought, other opportunity to throw the ball into the post, what we missed when Braxton had it going a little bit. So, again, all things we can learn from. What exactly is the shot profile? You want threes, you want plays at the rim. And, if the game plan, the way the defense is playing you that particular night, you get more plays at the rim and you shoot less threes, that's fine. The rim two uncontested is a very high quality shot. Getting to the free throw line is the highest, shot from a true shooting percentage perspective. So we've done a nice job with that, getting to the free throw line, especially when the ball has not been going in the basket.
He's a versatile player. Is there something in particular you think you could really emphasize with him? You're thinking about?
Yeah, I mean, Burke, when you watched him play this summer, I think he made his last 8 threes in the tournament that he played in, and he's going to get it going. He's too good of a shooter. I just think he's a little off balance right now and maybe a little rushed, like a lot of our guys are, and that's human nature. When the ball's not going in, you have a tendency just reaching a little bit closer to the basket as opposed to trusting your shot. And, you know, he's shooting the heck out of it in practice, and it's just a matter of time before his shot starts falling. You know, other than that, I think he's given us great minutes. He's obviously playing 5. We've finished both games with him playing the 5, and I like that skilled lineup out there. All right, thank you, guys.